Hi everybody, it is Sunday, July 20th, and welcome to another video with Annabelle. This past fortnight I have been able to do a lot more stitching, and so I actually have 5 projects to show you. No finishes, unfortunately. I would love to show you a beautiful Mirabilia fully custom framed with mat and all that kind of stuff, but alas, not this video, and probably not next video either. Anyway, I think it's hot here. Fun and exciting. The washing machine broke the other day and they are rather hard to come by these days. So luckily a new one has been purchased and will be here in a week, but until then, I usually do a load of laundry every day, and now it will be a week before any laundry can be done. So crossing fingers here that all of this, that it will be fine. And it will be absolutely fine. It was just kind of unexpected. So anyway, and puppy. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is actually that I finally got my Chatelaine out again, and I kind of had the headspace to start working on it. A little bit of my block was that I knew I had specialty stitches coming up. I knew I had specialty stitches coming up, and I have not done a lot of those at all in any of my stitching. You know, Mirabilia nor Corbett, lavender and lace, they don't include a lot of those. I don't know if I've ever seen a Mirabilia that has anything other than a cross stitch and a back stitch, or half and quarter, but like I don't think she uses Algerian eyelets and any other stitches like that, road stitches or rice stitches. So anyway, let me show you what that will look like when it is finished. Here is Egypt's Garden by Chatelaine, and I didn't do a ton on this work, but I took a big step and I started the specialty stitches. So in every corner I did the beaded and cross stitches here, and then this is a series of Algerian eyelets with some long stitches around it, and I did them in all 4 corners, as well as just these turquoise beads around. So my next step on this one, hopefully, is to start stitching the tops of the palm trees and the coconuts, and I have a tentative goal, emphasis on the word tentative, of having all of the palm trees finished by the end of the summer. So we shall see if that happens. But anyway, this is stitched on a 28 count linen in the color Mesa from Picture This Plus, and I'm using most of the called for materials. Some of the DMC I did replace with different silks that were basically the same color. So anyway, here you go. Anyway, the next thing that I worked on that I brought out that I haven't in a while is Meeting on the Turret Stairs. It's my full coverage design, artwork by Frederic William Burton, and charted by Heaven and Earth Design. So let me show you what that looks like. And here is what it looks like now. So in terms of like the stitching, I did outline stitching, I did kind of background stitching. So I focused a lot on filling in this and filling in this up here. I wanted to kind of square the design, and to make sure everything is filled in. I don't like leaving little gaps. So I was able to get about 1,500 stitches in on this in the past couple of days using Pattern Keeper. This is a 28 count cream Lugana stitch 2/1 half cross with called for colors, except there's Anchor Black instead of DMC. Anyway, so I think my next steps with this piece, I'm going to come over here and do a chunk and just work my way down. And then I'll at some point have to put it on something bigger because it will outgrow the 11 by 11 Q snap. So anyway, meeting on the turret stairs. So in other pieces, I put some time into Tree of Hope, and this is a Mirabilia pattern. And I have actually on Instagram seen like a ton of this being stitched lately, and so, you know, which is beautiful, but before this I hadn't seen it a lot, and now, I've seen at least 4 people stitch this. So anyway, I think that's great. So I'm actually stitching this on a 32 count natural linen with all the called for materials, and here we go. With this, I made a concerted effort to get these sections of the tree done, and a little bit more of the trunk, and I just wanted everything done. Now I haven't done beading. There's a little bit of beading that goes in here. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that, but I just wanted to, finish a couple of chunks. And then next, the final sections of the tree top are here. It's 2 different colors plus more of the trunk, and then of course there's trunk and then a whole bunch more down here, and there's a bird that goes right here. So next steps for this will be just more of the top of the tree, and definitely finishing the beading before I go on to the bottom part of the piece. So anyway, this is Tree of Hope. I'm much more organized today, and I am like really proud of myself that this is not like a super mess. Of course, having like project bags, thank you Mom, is really helpful. So Christmas Garden by Blackbird Design is the next piece that I worked on, and I really just pulled this out last night for a little bit, and I worked on a smallish, medium-ish motif. So here, and I did this one right here, and it's really pretty. So this is 40 count earthen by Picture This Plus, and I am using 4 shades of Gloriana instead of the called for over-dye cottons. I'm loving it. I'm getting, I only got one skein of each of the colors, and I think it's going to be fine, but I have thought maybe perhaps in looking at this, I definitely have to have enough. I might be going towards finishing the border kind of sooner rather than later, because I need to have the same colors on the border. Now Christmas Garden, I could definitely pick a slightly different shade of green or a different shade of red or something, and I could, that's fine if it's different. What is also fine if it's different is this. These are gold. These are my gold color. And like there's a lot of gold here, and then there's a lot of gold here. So I've been thinking anyway of picking a different color. I mean, I don't even know if I would do like a white or something, but that could be a different color easily. So all 3 kind of, they separate the different sections. All of those could be a different color as well. So I think, I may hold off on stitching those and see how much gold I have. But anyway, all good decisions to make, not a problem. So progress on Christmas Garden. Oh, and I have all of my Top Knot Stitcher needle minders, which I don't even know if I showed you guys all of these. But anyway, this is one of them. I've been putting these on my pieces because I've needed needle minders. So I've saved the most, I think the most progress on a single piece for last. And so this is Sakura by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is a 32 count linen memory from Picture This Plus. And here we go. So I am stitching this entirely in hand using the sewing method. And I really worked on the sleeves and then all of this kind of center section and getting this as done as possible. So it's really pretty. I'll show you a little bit closer up. So yeah. And this piece got bumped up in my mental priority list because a little while ago, Autumn Lane Stitchery, and they have a wonderful Floss Tube channel. You should go watch it if you aren't already. I'm sure you are. They are doing a SAL that is a collaboration with Leslie LaFleur from Under the Sea Fabrics. So let me show you. It's a mystery SAL. Let me show you the image that they posted. And it comes out September 1st. And it actually has elements of like choose your own adventure. So there are sections where there are two options. And they were like not so forthcoming about what exactly those were, but I guess in some of the patterns, so it's 12 parts, it's going to be a year-long SAL. Released on the 1st of every month. Some of the sections will have options. So I'm really, really excited about that. And Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics has dyed a special piece exclusively for this pattern. So I've ordered that from her, as well as the bead pack. It uses Delica beads, and the specialty flosses, it uses 3 types of petite treasure braid. So I have those ordered from Leslie, and I've pre-ordered the pattern PDF. It will be emailed on the 1st of every month, and the supply list comes out on August 1st. So I have decided that I want Sakura finished by September 1st, and there's no reason why like it has to be. Like I can work on 2 Autumn Lane Stitchery patterns at a time, but I don't know, it's just a goal that I've said, well, okay, I need to give myself a goal to finish something, and so Sakura is it. So I did place an order with 123 Stitch because I did not have the beads and one of the specialty or one of the petite treasure braids for Sakura. So I had the PB001, but I needed this high gloss, and I needed a couple of treasures that look like that, and then some gold beads and some like kind of deeper fuchsia beads. So it wasn't a lot of things. I think it might have been like 6 items, but I went ahead and ordered those so I could relax about that and work on finishing. So other haul items. So along with that, I was like just going to order that, and that didn't happen. A few other things hopped into my cart. So I thought I ordered 32 count, but this is a 28 count Mystic linen from Picture This Plus, and it's just a really tiny piece. I have my eye on a couple of smalls or a smaller piece. So for like $4, I put this in the cart too. And I also picked up this Metamorphosis from Ink Circles. Erin, the 2 Martini Stitcher, has this kitted, or has been planning this, so I thought it was really pretty. And this is another one that I've seen done that I just liked. And this is Witch by Rivaris it has one of the charms in it, one of the little charms. I'm kind of like starting to feel the Halloween coming up, and I know last time I showed you I had gotten a box that has a 6-inch space to display needlework. So I ended up picking up this because these are a little shy of 6 inches if stitched on 32 count. So I want to, it'll be one of these patterns. So anyway, and this is Stained Glass Christmas, which to me, the little ones read Christmas, but the bigger ones don't necessarily say Christmas to me, which is fine because I want to keep the box out all year. But anyway, this is what I picked for that. And I ended up getting 2 Fiberlicious packages because I am in their fabric of the month. I get a fat quarter of a 32 count opal linen, and I'm also in their 5 skeins of silk club. And I don't think I showed this in my last video. If I did, I'm sorry. It's really pretty. So here it is again. So this is my Petals to the Metal, which is, and this is looking a little bit more pink than it is, I think, in real life, but it's really pretty. And then I got 5 different skeins of green. One is fairly gray. Oh, hi Lizzie. Surprise visitor from the cat. So anyway, these are my silks. And so this was, I think, technically for June. And then a week later, I got July, and I got Aquamarine. And this is almost exactly the fabric that I stitched my Renaissance Mermaid by Mirabilia on, although that was by Under the Sea Fabrics. So, you know, again, this is, I think, the second, like, I call it mermaid fabric that we got. So, and then these were the threads for this. So we got a true black, and then a green, a teal, purple, and more of like a reddish purple, more like a violet. So I got those. And oh, this next one was I think it was Pinterest. I don't think it was Instagram, but it might have been both. I've been watching Nimue patterns, and I actually found a shop that is selling them in the States. So I found Guinevere. There we go, by Nimue. And this is a pretty big design. It's like 12 by 15, I think, inches. And there is a lot of stitching in this, and there is a lot of back stitch, and the pattern is huge. It's only printed on one side, but it is like, think Mirabilia, how it's those big sheets of paper. 3 of those for this pattern. There are 3 of them. So again, only on one side, but the pattern is just 3 humongous sheets of paper. So it's big, but I saw this, and I love Arthurian legends and stories and everything. So anyway, that's what I got. And right now I have nothing else on order, and I'm like, stop. I guess if I had restarted Stitch from Stash July 1st with my finishes, I actually, you know, not counting the club orders that I got, which I don't think Stitch from Stash counts, I think I would still be in the black. So yay. Anyway, this is not Stitchy related, but I saw this next purchase on Brenda and the Cereal Starter. I think Laura ordered this from Amazon, and It is an antiquarian sticker book, and it's so beautiful. They, you know, Amazon had it for a good price, and it really is 1,000 stickers. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but they're all like, they're very quirky. They are, you know, related to nature. This is all different stickers that come out of this pattern, relating to history, relating to some of them to ancient Egypt, birds, fossils, even typography and letters and everything. So this was kind of one of those, I saw it, oh look, Amazon has it and it's on sale, so I will purchase it. But it's really pretty. I have a little one in my life who is obsessed with stickers and sticker books, so I do a lot of that with her, but this one is for me and probably for her as well. So anyway, I've kind of told you my next steps on all my projects. This coming week I am going to away for a little bit, just to get some R&R with my family, and I haven't decided what I'm going to take. Of course, I don't take any of my sort of larger projects or anything that takes, you know, where I would have to bring all of my thread boxes and whatever. So I think it likely that I will bring Sakura with me and potentially Christmas Garden, because those I have all the threads stored in the bag. They don't take as many colors and are a little bit quicker and easier and everything. But who knows? I've been feeling a little bit of an itch to maybe get out something else. I'm not sure. I have a couple of pieces that I've only put a tiny amount of work in, and part of me says maybe I should just bring one of those and see, you know, a week's worth of stitching on vacation. How much progress can I make? So I'm thinking about it. We'll let that be a surprise for next time. I'll make another video in 2 weeks when I have a chunk of time, and hopefully I'll have a lot to show you. And as requested, I'm attaching a little bit of footage from my garden, which is mostly a container garden because the soil where I live here is really rocky and fairly nutrient poor. So I have a raised garden bed, and I've got lots of containers. Some of them are sort of made out of buckets with holes drilled in the bottom for drainage, and other pots that we've, you know, collected over a long time. And so it starts out with my perennial bed, and then I've got some zucchini and cucumbers, beets, cauliflower, potatoes, carrots, broccoli, lots of tomato plants, some strawberry plants under netting. Thank you, birds. And I'm also trying peanut plants and melons and some other things, some herbs and the like. So I'll give you a little clip of that if you want to see it. And until then, I will see you in a couple of weeks, and I hope I'll have some interesting stuff to show you. So thanks, bye.